Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League. And good morning, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports. This is Rooftop Sports. We're going over the Seahawks game. We got the Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. Hello, TC Pros. Thank you very much for joining. Make sure to donate to this channel. And also, make sure to like and subscribe this channel, as I am looking forward to go over the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks game. And boy, what a finish it was last week with Drew Lock with his amazing touchdown passes. Like, it was absolutely insane how he was able to make that touchdown pass all the way to Jackson Smith, and Jigba made some big passes to DK Metcalf, and that also helped my fantasy team win. It was absolutely insane. But now we've got to move on to the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks game. And I will say, as bad as the Tennessee Titans have been, it's still going to be a challenge with the quarterback of Ryan Tannehill, which the Seahawks haven't had exactly the best run against. I'm trying to remember how many times the Seahawks played Ryan Tannehill. I think they played him twice. I think they're 1-1 against him. So I am going to expect a pretty tough game out of this one. So hopefully the Seahawks will rise to the occasion. There is some good news. We've got, looks like Geno Smith is going to be available today, and I'm going to check on the availability of Witherspoon. Witherspoon Seahawk. I'm going to look him up on Twitter and see if he's available, by Devon Witherspoon. All right, Devon Witherspoon. Let's see where he's at. Still trying to figure out if he's going to be available. Doesn't really say, but we'll see how it goes. Steelers got that win last night. Yes, they absolutely did. And unfortunately, I had Deontay Johnson on my fantasy football team, so he basically did close to nothing, unfortunately. So that's not going to help my fantasy team at all. And as of now, I am losing 14-3 in the semifinals, so hopefully we can figure that out. The game will be starting in about 8 minutes, and let's take a look at the playoff picture, shall we? I'll do this. All right, here's the playoff picture. So as of now, we've got the Baltimore Ravens. They are in the first seed, if this even matters to you. And then we've got the Dolphins, the Chiefs, Jaguars at number 4, Browns at number 5, and the Bills at number 6, Colts at number 7. And we got the Texans, they're fighting for their playoff lives. The Steelers are fighting for their lives, along with the Bengals and even the Broncos. The Raiders, it's safe to say that they are pretty much out of it. Now, for the Seahawks conference, which matters the most, yeah, George Pickens went off. Why didn't you pass a Deontay Johnson, you prick? We've got the 49ers. They have the number 1 seed. I'm pretty sure they have that locked down unless something happens between them and the Baltimore Ravens. Then we got the Dallas Cowboys at number 2. The Philadelphia Eagles at number 5, but they are tied for the number 2. Lions at number 3. Buccaneers at number 4. And got the Rams and the Vikings. And then Seahawks, if they win, they'll have a 59% chance. So hopefully the Vikings will lose the game. The Saints, they have already lost. So the Rams, they're pretty much well in at 8-7 right now. It's not bad considering that they've had we thought that they were going to be a completely broken team. That is absolutely not the case. The game will be starting in about 6 minutes. Right now, I'm charging my tablet to make sure it is all charged and ready to go. And before this game starts, please do this: subscribe and donate to the channel by the YouTube Super Chat. Let's make the goal of 50. Join my membership as well for $5. If you are a member, I will not nag you to keep donating to my channel. And also, you'll get access to my emojis. And here are the emojis that you will have access to that I have made. I will make some more in the future if I have any in consideration. That is if the Seahawks, if I'm happy. This is when the Mariners, something's going on with the Mariners. That is when I'm like, dang, we suck. And then, yep, that's the Seahawks face palm. So, yeah, if you want access to those emojis, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Not only not subscribe to my channel, but join my membership for only $5 a month. So, go ahead and take that opportunity. Game will be starting in about 5 minutes. And I would say keys to the game for this one. Now, maybe I should take a look at the rankings between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. So let's go to NFL rankings. In terms of stats. Let's take a look at their defense. So in defense passing overall, Tennessee is one of the bottoms on defense, where they have Tennessee is one of the bottom 10s in defense, but so are the Seahawks. Now, in passing defense, who gives it up? Let's see where the Titans are at. Titans are in the mid tier, so I would say that this is not going to be an easy game for the Seahawks. Still, it's going to be a mid-tier type game, but hopefully the offense gets it going because they really didn't get it going until the end. But the offense of the Seahawks really should have stepped up, not until the fourth quarter, because had they stepped up, they would have had a much more easily manageable game. And also, please welcome the moderator of the channel. He's the one with the Korean name. I nicknamed him as the Pizza Boy. So he will be moderating, and he'll be handling a part of the channel to make sure you guys are well behaved in a way, I guess. Don't worry about that too much. But yeah, he'll be making sure. He'll also be reminding you guys to make the donations so I don't look like the needy, you know what. But I definitely thank his contributions to our show, and he is very well welcome, and he will be hopefully working with us in the near future for many times to go. And also, announcement next week, I'm also going to cover the University of Washington football game next week on New Year's Day. So that will be an exciting one to also cover. Yep, I'm going to call him the Pizza Boy. And he'll also be heavily engaged with this show as well. So yes, I'll also donate to the channel. Not only do I get paid, he'll get paid as well. So be right back. I'm going to get my tablet to get this game going.
Regulations on fuel while blaming businesses for high energy prices. Lawmakers need to fix the problem they create.
I just came across an anti-Jay Inslee campaign. Wonder who this one's about. Oh, somehow that made it to the TV. Surprised it did, just a little bit. Oh, commercials are still going, so yep. Enjoy the Seahawks Titans game. Looks like we are getting underway for the football game, and hopefully the Seahawks can get a win. If they win, they will go to 8-7. If they lose, they will go to 7-8, which will pretty much put their playoff hopes in jeopardy. So hopefully, yep, Seahawks look at them right now. They are getting ready to go. They are, I don't know if they're that any much pumped up or anything like that. So hopefully Seahawks will be ready to go, and hopefully they can win this game. And I have viewers from a Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter as well. So if you're a Twitter person, or the X they call it, comment there from where as well. It looks like commercials are going on. It's the FanDuel commercial that they're talking about. But Derrick Henry, he is one of the running backs of the Tennessee Titans. He was on my dynasty leagues last season. He got me as far as he could. The guy, unfortunately does have injury problems. I mean, for a big guy like him and a big tank, I mean, there's not really much of a surprise, isn't there? Not at all. And speak of pizza, I used to be a pizza delivery driver too. It was kind of fun, but it does burn your car really quickly. It's a great job when you're young, but once you get older, you're going to want to do something else eventually. But a great first job to have, I would say. Fantastic first job. Maybe a job in your 20s when it's like your first or second or third job, but other than that, I would not do that pizza job going into my 30s. In my 30s, that's when I'm really want to get things like really figured out, which I'm trying to do. And commercials still going on. And also, I just want to let you know it's Christmas Eve, and I just want to say Merry Christmas and have a happy New Year, which is coming up real soon. I hear dogs barking in the outside of the house. 66 degrees in Nashville, Tennessee. Pretty hot for a winter, I would say. And yep, there's Vader. He's ready to go with that Seahawks helmet or Seahawks hat. And looks like the Vikings, I think they have won the toss. No, Seahawks won the toss. They have elected to defer. I would defer every single time anyway. Jason Myers, the kicker of the Seahawks, he's had I would say an okay season. He had a rough start, but he's kind of picked it up since. And we got Moore of the Tennessee Titans. Chris Moore, he is the return man. He's only had 23 yards worth of return, so he hasn't really contributed much for the Tennessee Titans. Jason Myers, he is getting ready to go, and we are underway. And this kickoff is brought to you by Modern Exterior Solutions. Modern Exterior Solutions, if you would like your improvement on your siding, give that man a call. Now I will show the commercial after the first commercial break. And here we are. We've got Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, who hasn't really played much this season at all. He has, in his career with the Tennessee Titans, 66% completion, 91 touchdowns, 39 interceptions. This is his first start since week 6 of the NFL season. Titans sitting at 5-9. As the other quarterback, Will Levis, was not available to play. And here is the very first snap on the 25-yard line. They got a touchback from there. And now here's Tannehill. He's got some time, lots of time, and that is broken up, and that's going to be an incomplete pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins, and that was Stephon Diggs with the stop. And they're showing the replay. Diggs came in right there just in time before Hopkins had any kind of a chance to get anything done. And now 2nd and 10, only 5 seconds into the quarter. Here's Ryan Tannehill looking at a 2nd and 10. 10 seconds left on the play clock. And now here is the handoff to Derrick Henry. He's got no opening at all, and he is already brought down, and that's going to be a 3rd down, and hopefully we can make this into a 3 and out so the Seahawks offense can get something going, because we definitely want to win this game. Absolutely need to win this game, because you had the Rams winning, so you don't want to risk tiebreakers against them. So you really want to keep on par with them and maybe have a chance for them to fall apart, which I'm not really sure about that, because they're really on fire. And now here is a 3rd and 7 at their own, I would say, 28 or so. And they're trying to fake them out. They're hoping for a false start, and I think that's going to be a false start on the offense. That was number 10. And that was DeAndre Hopkins was charged with the offensive holding. No, not holding. Hey, Sleepy, how's it going? Thanks for joining this channel. It was a false start. And now we got a 3rd and 12. Hopefully Tannehill doesn't really make up for this one. 4 seconds left on the clock, and here's Tannehill. He's got time, he's got plenty of time. It's broken down, and it looks like he is going to get sacked. He gets sacked. He didn't get much protection at all. I was wrong, and that's already a sack, and that's going to be a 3 and out for the Seahawks, and the Titans are going to be forced to punt already. Looks like a good defensive outstanding by the Seattle Seahawks, and hopefully the offense can capitalize on that. Got 5 concurrent viewers. And don't make sure to subscribe and donate to this channel as well. Also, my pizza boy, he will be reminding you as well. And looks like we got a punt happening for the Tennessee Titans. Hopefully, the Seahawks can take advantage of that 3 and out that they just had. 24 punt returns for DJ Dallas, got 10 yards per return. And now here is the big punt, and here's DJ Dallas. He has already called for the fair catch. He nearly dropped it, nearly caused the fumble, which would have been an absolute chaos. And now we are going, looks like we're going into, no commercial break on this one. So they're going to play Geno Smith. He's back after missing 2 games with an injury. Drew Lock took over, went 1-1. I'm sure Drew Lock misses his job already. But, I mean, Drew Lock got insanely lucky. On week 13, Dallas Cowboys, he played very well, but the Seahawks defense just wasn't enough to show for it. And now here is Geno Smith. They are on their own 38. Let's see if they can make something happen. And now here is Geno Smith, gives it to Kenneth Walker. He's trying to evade. He does get at least a couple yards, and that's going to be a 2nd down. Merry Christmas Eve, Rooftop. Let's get the Seahawks win. Absolutely. And he also told you as well, make sure to donate to this channel. We got a 2nd and 8. Geno Smith has no running back with him. 19 seconds left on the clock, and here's Geno Smith. He's got some time. He's going to throw, and that is caught by DK Metcalf, but that's not going to be a 1st down. He should have just plunged forward, and I think nope, he does not going to plunge forward, but he really should have plunged forward for it. He was trying to get all cute, but DK, you're a big guy. You're someone that actually supposed to push forward. You don't go fake moves like Golden Tate tried to do, and I remember he tried to do that too. He had a 1st down, then he tried to get out of it to try to get some more yards, and then the offensive line of the Seahawks was like, no, keep going forward. So that's going to be a 3rd and inches. I would say give it to Charbonnet, or no, they're going to do, they're giving it to DJ Dallas. What are they doing? And did they push forward? Did they get the 1st down? I think that's going to be a 1st down. They barely get it. They gave it to DJ Dallas for that. Hey, Epic C Films, how's it going? Thank you for joining this show. We are looking at a 1st and 10. They barely pushed forward for that 1st down. I was very questionable about that one, but they got it done. Now it's going to be a 1st and 10. Hopefully the Seahawks offense can get it going. And here is Geno Smith, and he is looking to pass. He's got it, giving it to Tyler Lockett. Does get at least a few yards, maybe about 2 yards since he did go out of bounds. I would say that was only 2 yards out of bounds considering the defensive coaches were, or considering the coaches of the Tennessee Titans, they were clapping about it. And now we're looking at a 2nd down. Second and 6, so about 4 yards, so better than expected. Here's Geno Smith. He's got some time. He's going to pass, and is caught by number 84, Cody Parkinson. That should be a 1st down. We're going to check and see if that is a 1st down. They don't know quite yet. I think they're still conversing about, yep, that is going to be a 1st down for the Seahawks. As you can see, I have my moderator. He is doing his job. He's doing the best he can to stay engaged with this show. And do as he says as well. And now we're looking at 1st and 10. He's got a running back right behind him. Here's Geno Smith. He's got no time at all. He just has to throw it away. I can argue that should be an intentional grounding. If it's not intentional grounding, I'd be absolutely shocked. I guess it's not intentional grounding. I guess they say he was slightly out of the pocket, but no, it was intended for Kenneth Walker, so I guess that's why they say it's not an intentional grounding, but it really did feel like it. And now it's a 2nd and 10. Seahawks could at least be in field goal range, but they got to do more. We got to do touchdowns on these guys. And now here's Smith. He's got no protection of the ball, and he suffers the sack, and that may just lose the field goal range. Offensive line was not there at all. That one's on the offensive line, not on Geno Smith, but totally on the offensive line. Not a good possession. He was absolutely just smothered. He nearly fumbled it too. So now we got a 3rd and 16. They are probably out of the field goal. Oh, they are well out of the field goal range. So you got to make a big pass. And that looks like that was a fly. That should be a free play. And here's Geno Smith. He's going for the big throw, and that's going to be incomplete. But since because of that flag, because there was an offsides on that one, you're going to get at least 5 yards to make it 3rd and 11. But Tyler Lockett has been off this season. He's not the Tyler Lockett that we are used to, honestly. But yeah, that was a free play there. Why don't you pass it to DK Metcalf? Pass it to my fancy boy. Yep, 5-yard penalty. That's going to be a 3rd down. That was by Arden Key, an outside linebacker for the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, that was way offsides. Like he already jumped that gun so fast it wasn't even funny. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 11 for the Seattle Seahawks. I would say maybe in field goal range, but I don't like the odds. But we're looking at a 3rd and 11. Got running back Charbonnet right next to him. Got some tight ends. And now here's Geno Smith. He's got some protection. He's going for the throw. And that's going to be caught by number 19, Jake Bobo. But I don't know if that's going to be a 1st down. No, that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be a 4th and 11. Now, what do? Are you going to punt or are you going to hit the field goal? And here's Jake Bobo. Yep, it hit the ground, so he could not maintain possession of the ball. He could not maintain control, so that is going to be a 4th down. Or I don't know. That could be questionable. I wonder if they're going to review that or if Pete Carroll going to throw the challenge flag. Let's take a look and see if he does. And looks like they're not going to. I think they're going to punt. They are absolutely going to punt unless Pete Carroll throws that challenge flag. And looks like the Seahawks are going to challenge that. Honestly, it's the first part of the game, so I'm okay with it. If it was the second half, I probably wouldn't have been okay with that. Excuse me. I mean, I use a lot of my voice in my other day job. Hashtag don't quit your day job. Seahawks absolutely have to win this game, which is why they're doing such a thing. And we're looking at the replay. Jake Bobo, you can't really tell by angle if it did touch the ground, though. And looks like there's going to be a commercial, and this commercial is going to be brought to you by Modern Exterior Solutions. So I'm going to go ahead, and here you go.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And if you need any of that kind of help, here is the phone number 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, and check out here's the promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first use. So go ahead and definitely check them out for your siding, your painting, exterior solutions for your home. Especially if you're a house flipper, this would be a fantastic idea as well. Especially with the interest rates going down in the market, hopefully you can maybe get some top dollar out of selling your home. So definitely take advantage of them, and you can use my promo code for your first use as well. And I would hope that maybe it's your only use. So go ahead and take advantage of that. So we are still waiting on the challenging call. I'm pretty sure this will be the last commercial since they're showing a CBS kind of advertising. Yep, it looks like we are back to it. They're showing the band out in the street. And the call stands. So even with the challenge, because we're looking at Jake Bobo, I think this was their best angle. I mean, I'd say that was a catch, but I don't know. So that's going to be a punt, and that's going to go to the 10. And fair catch has been made. And now it's up to Ryan Tannehill to see if he can get it going. Hopefully there's no commercials on this one. If there's any commercials on it, okay, good. There's no commercials. Here's Ryan Tannehill, obviously starting at the 1st and 10, going to be below his own 20. And I'm saying below, I emphasize that. 9:02 left in this quarter. Tennessee sitting at 5-9. Will Levis, he's out today with an ankle injury. He hasn't really done much for the Titans at all. And now here's a 1st and 10, gives it to Derrick Henry, and he gets at least 5 yards on that one. And that's going to be at least a 2nd and a 5. I'm going to take a look and see how my fantasy team is doing, because looks like there's some action in the red zone going on right now. Hopefully Jackson Smith and Jigba doesn't do anything for the Seahawks, because he's against me in fantasy football. And we're looking at a 2nd and 4. And now here it is. Here's Derrick Henry. He's got some room, and he's going to get a 1st down. That's an easy one for Derrick Henry. 1st and 10. And also, if you want to know something about the Pizza Boy, he's the one that helped me get to. He's the one that helped me. Like, he really did help me. He helped me get to the playoffs. These guys, this Pizza Boy and C Films, they played against each other on the final fantasy football day, or on the final regular season game of the entire season. And the Pizza Boy did beat him. And that, it felt really good. But he didn't care. And now here is a 1st and 10 for Ryan Tannehill. And he fakes the toss. And here's Tannehill with the pass. And that is incomplete. Ball was batted down, as he was already spied on by Mafe. So good spying work by linebacker Mafe. I wonder if he is the linebacker. No, he's a defensive end, it looks like. But yeah, he was already on him. And he did bat it down. I think he almost could have picked that one too. I'm going to double check and see where Mafe is. And now here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill, gives it to his running back, and he is going to go down. It's going to be about a 3rd and an 8. Boy Mafe is a linebacker of the Seahawks. Yes, the Pizza Boy was known as Macaroni and Cheese, and I do thank him, because if it wasn't for him, I'd be crying right now for not being in the playoffs, and I nearly missed the playoffs, and it would have sucked, because I had a 6-game winning streak. Went all the way to 7-7. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 9. Only one 1st down in this entire game out of between the teams. 3rd and 9. Here's Ryan Tannehill. He's got the motion. And now here is Ryan Tannehill. He's got some time. He's going to throw, and that is caught. And that's going to be a 1st down by number 85. So just like that, they are moving the chains. Stephon Diggs, he was supposed to do in his assignment. Looks like he was lost on that one. Yep, he definitely missed his assignment. That was Kobe Bryant, who was not able to make that coverage. Kobe, you gotta do better than that. So you're lucky you didn't get roughing the passer on that one too. You saw on the replay that Ryan Tannehill went down. He was tackled after the pass. And now here's a 1st and 10. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Looks like it could be a delay of game on this one. I think that's going to be delay of... No, that should be delay of game. How do you not call delay of game on that? And Derrick Henry, he's going to go... He's got a big run, and that's going to be a first down. How do you not call that? That was totally delay of game. Hey, TC, how's it going? I really do think that was delay of game. And now we're looking at 1st and 10. And just remember, the donation goal is 50 for today. 1st and 10. They are now getting close to their own field goal range. And now here is a handoff to... Oh, it's going to be a flea flicker. And here is Tannehill going for a pass. And that is incomplete. He was caught. And that was just completely just blown up by Love. Good last-minute tackling effort by Love. And that will be incomplete pass. First, it was given to Derrick Henry. Did a little flea flicker thing. And it didn't work out. Thank goodness. We really needed that. Now, it was going to be caught by Moore, but then he lost it. Got Julian Love, NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week. He had 2 interceptions, and looks like one of their players is shaken up. That is Moore, who does seem to be shaken up at the moment. As we are looking at 2nd and 10. That was a clutch defensive effort by Julian Love. Now I got to see how my fantasy football team is doing. Chandler's at the red zone. Sadly, I left Najee Harris and Tyler Boyd on the bench, and I'm leaving Jets defense on the bench because I have Chicago's defense against Arizona. So it's already backfiring on me. I may lose this game, which would be very tragic. But considering that I made a semifinals run off of a 1-6 start is absolutely impressive. So, I mean, I can't take that away from myself at all. So, I mean, I'm not asking for any kind of congratulations, but I did heroically make the semifinals off of a 1-6 start and a pretty broken team too, which makes it even more impressive, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to that moment where I made the playoffs because we got Epic Sea Films and the macaroni and cheese all together. All right, I gotta find it. All right, here it is. Gonna show it to you guys since commercial break is going on right now. All right, let's do this.
Keep going, go! Yes! I won!
And now here is the pass by Jordan Love. Here's the pass, and that is caught by A.J. Dillon. He gets away, and he's still going. Oh, my God, he's still going. Keep going, go! Yes! I won! I'm going to the playoffs! A.J. Dillon got me into fantasy football playoffs, baby! Epic Sea Films. Care to tell me how you feel about this?
I don't care. I
You
can't
don't care? I just knocked you out of the play, or you just got knocked out of the play. All right, so we are going back into the game. Thanks for watching that. And now here is a 2nd and 10 for Tennessee. 2nd and 10. And thank you, Macaroni and Cheese, for reminding everyone. And now here is the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. That could have been picked off, but he just wasn't there. And Chandler got me a touchdown. Yes, for fantasy football. Now it's 16.4 to 12. And Jordan Love he gave it to AJ Dillon. Isn't that nice of him? That's where I'm at right now. 16.4 to 12.9. Chandler gave me a touchdown. And now here's a 3rd and 10. Tennessee is 1 for 2 on the conversions of 3rd downs. And now here is Tannehill. He's looking to pass. He's going to pass at number 12, and he's got it. And that's going to be not going to get anything. That's going to be about a 4th and a 5. But I do think that maybe there is a field goal opportunity for the Tennessee Titans. Let's find out and see if they're even in range for that. Falcons trying to make a game out of the Colts. Taylor Heineke threw a touchdown to Pitts. It's going to be a punt. So Seahawks defense did survive that one. DJ Dallas is going for the punt return. Does anyone remember when Brian Walters was the punt return man? Fair catch was all we were getting out of him, which was really sad. And now here is a punt to DJ Dallas. And yep, he let the catch happen, and they're going to be well in their own territory. Thank you, C Films, for providing the scores updates. And now it's 7-7. The Seahawks are 7-7. It looks like we are going into commercial break right now. Whew. So everyone put it in the comments. Who do you think should be the quarterback? What would you do with the quarterback? Like, would you keep it with Drew Lock or Geno Smith? Or do you think the Seahawks should draft a new quarterback? In all of your humble opinions. I guess I'll start a poll right now. Who should be the quarterback for the Seahawks for the rest of the season? Geno Smith, Drew Lock. All right, I went ahead and started the poll. So go ahead and start answering the questions on the poll. Looks like we're going to see. They're saying Geno Smith so far should be the starter. Looks like we got some polls going on. Maybe I'll end the poll at the half and we'll get the results. So go ahead and fill those out when you get the opportunity. I'm going to see what it looks like on my end for my phone when I look at it on my phone. See what it looks like on my end for my phone when I look at it on my phone. 2 votes in so far. I think they're saying Geno Smith so far. He is leading it right now. As commercial break is still going on. C Films, got any updates on other scores? If you can enter that, that'd be very helpful. I also added you as a moderator as well. So they know exactly who you guys are. C Films, he's not available for the show because he is out of town at the moment. Spending time with his family, which is very valuable. Seahawks absolutely need this win. Because right now, the Titans are the Grinch that may steal Christmas away from the Seahawks. And we can all agree what we would love for Christmas is for the Seahawks to win. And now here's a 1st and 10. And here is Smith going to Kenneth Walker. That is a very dangerous angle, and that's going to be losses on those yards. Not a good play call. Did not like that idea of giving it to Kenneth Walker. I think you should throw downfield or at least just hand the ball to Kenneth Walker. That play was too predictable to see. I did not agree with it. And they're showing a game break that the Vikings scored their touchdown. They have tied the game. We need the Lions to win that game. And now here is Kenneth Walker. Should have done it on the first play. And was that ball out? Is the ball out? Nope. It's going to be a 3rd down. And now you got to pass on this one. You cannot afford to play these little short dinky games. You got to throw down field, Geno Smith. Like, what are you doing? And now it's going to be a 3rd and 11 where you barely made up for those yards. Like, we all knew this was going to be a tough game. I mean, Titans, they're not a team that just goes down quietly. They may be bad, but they're not bad enough to be tanking. So they'll still make a game out of you. Here's DK Metcalf. He's on the slot. He's got Zach Charbonnet next to him. Here's Geno Smith already overwhelmed, and he is going to get sacked, but luckily he gets out of the safety, but he got sacked. And that's going to be a 4th down. And just like that, Seahawks are unable to come up with anything. Michael Dixon, if you can just kick the snot out of the ball, make it happen. Like, offensive line just wasn't there, but also Geno Smith is just, I don't trust this guy. I just don't think he should be the guy. Like, I don't like Drew Lock either. And now we're looking at 4th and 12. Dixon's almost giving himself a safety by that angle. And now here's Dixon. He's kicking it. And that actually got all the way down to the 30, 32. And Seahawks got some good coverage. Oh, they missed the tackles. They had good tackling coverages, but they missed a couple tackles that cost them 5 yards at least. Punt return was made by Kinsey. And now, oh, and did you see on the scoreboard that they said Happy Holidays? Ugh. It's Merry Christmas, you guys. Just say Merry Christmas. And if it was Hanukkah, don't say Happy Holidays on that day. Just say Happy Hanukkah. Or if anyone believes in Kwanzaa, say Kwanzaa. Just for fun, I'm going to look up what Kwanzaa is all about. Kwanzaa is an annual celebration of an African American culture, culminating a communal feast. Okay. And thank you for the reminders by the macaroni and cheese. That's what I'm going to call him. Other than the pizza boy, I'd call him the macaroni and cheese. They're showing an advertising for Fritos of that you could mix it into. Okay. Great ideas, I guess. I think. Packers are up 7-3. Browns are winning 7-0. As you can see, I'm also a Browns fan. It says it right there. Also have my Russell Wilson jersey over there. Ichiro jersey. I used to wear that jersey for my early days of my YouTube channel. Showing a South Park thing, I guess. Most unfiltered show that I have ever seen. It looks like Jordan Love. He is on the red zone for my fantasy football team. They're showing SpongeBob. We're giving away 58 tickets to Super Bowl 58. Christmas Day, I'm planning to be there for the 49ers game and the Ravens. Got Jets and Browns in the evening. I'm hoping to be on that game as well. Here's the playoffs. Seahawks are on the hunt. They need the Vikings to lose. If the Vikings lose and the Seahawks win, they will have the 7th spot in the playoffs. So Seahawks absolutely need this win. If you can't win against the Titans, you don't deserve to make the playoffs. And now here is a 1st and 10 for the Titans. Now here is Tannehill, fake handoff, and here is a pass, and that is incomplete. I wonder if there's going to be a... Oh, yep, unnecessary roughness. You knew that was happening. Late flag, but you knew that was happening. Yep, it's absolutely going to be an unnecessary roughness. Yep, Seahawks defense, they always make all these stupid mistakes. They do it every single time. And now it looks like we got an injury going on. We got Jordan Brooks, who is injured, which the Seahawks can't afford. He's been one of the better linebackers for the Seahawks. Non-disciplined Seahawks, they have the most penalties entering Week 16. They are the most heavily penalized team in all of football. And that's what's really hurt them. Penalties really hurt them in the Cowboys game. Penalties have hurt them pretty much every other game possible. And now here is a 1st and 10 for Ryan Tannehill. They are already pretty much in the field goal range. And now here's Tannehill. I saw a little bit of false start. He's getting a little bit pressured. He's got to escape the pocket, and he is going to just throw it away. And that's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill at least gives the Seahawks quite a game that he possibly can. He beat the Seahawks in 2012, and he barely lost to the Seahawks back in 2016 when he had Arian Foster as his running back, who was very short-lived. Then eventually Jay Ajayi, who was on that team as well, also played for the championship Eagles. 2nd and 10 for Ryan Tannehill. Got 3 seconds left on the clock. Here's Derrick Henry. He's got some openings, got some good blocking, and that's going to be a 3rd down. Could be short, but Derrick Henry got a lot of protection on that run. Now my phone is fully charged, and I got to start charging my tablet. Now we got a 3rd and 2 for Derrick Henry. Got 5 rushes for 36 yards. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 2. 4 seconds left on the clock. And now here's Tannehill. And that's going to be a 1st down. And he nearly broke it through. That was the running back. The other running back. That was by Spears. And now that's a 1st and 10. And the Titans are well in their field goal range. And in case if you have missed it, Nick Mullins just threw an interception. Now the Lions have the ball. 1st and 10. And they are getting dangerously into the Seahawks red zone. And now here is Spears again. He got some protection, got at least 2 yards on that. If you're getting 2 yards out of your backup running back, that's actually pretty decent. Especially knowing that the Seahawks are going to find a way to mess it up anyway. And as of now, there is absolutely no score right now. And we're looking at a 2nd and 8. Second and 8. 6 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to let the quarter end. And the quarter has ended. End of the quarter, still no score. Seahawks 0, Tennessee Titans also 0. But Tennessee, they are threatening and knocking on the Seahawks' door. Man, there's all this happy holidays stuff. I gotta stop saying that, because if I want these sponsors someday, I have to say happy holidays. It's Merry Christmas, guys. It's Christmas Eve, hence the name Christmas. And it's not like Christians celebrate it either. Non-Christians celebrate it too. I know, I'm just going on a tangent. I really should stop before I get into some trouble with YouTube, because maybe YouTube will tell me to say happy holidays, or my channel is over. You never know, right? Let's take a look at my fantasy team. What's going on so far? Jordan Love is in the red zone right now. Would love to get a touchdown out of him, especially against the Carolina Panthers. You got to do a lot out of that. Jackson Smith and Jigba's doing nothing. Antonio St. Brown not doing much. It's not Antonio. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's got Ezekiel Elliott, Justin Fields, and Jordan Love. He got me the touchdown, and now I'm leading 22-17, and now I am the projected winner. I think this is the last commercial, I'm pretty sure. Yep, when it goes on black screen for a bit, that means it's back. Still says Happy Holidays on there. I'm sorry, I'm a Christmas guy. If that offends you, get out. Why do we come to a world where everyone got so offended by everything so much? It's just Christmas. It's one day. Well, unless you want to say the 12 days of Christmas, you know. 2nd and 8. And now here is Ryan Tannehill's got protections. That's going to be caught. That is DeAndre Hopkins. You got to watch out for him. And now we're looking at 1st and 10 again. Thank you, Macaroni and Cheese, or the Pizza Boy. We're looking at a 1st and 10. Now Jordan Brooks is questionable to return, unfortunately. That's most unfortunate news so far. And now here is 1st and 10 for the Tennessee Titans. They are one of the worst red zone teams in the NFL, but somehow Seahawks will make it. And here is Derrick Henry with a pass, and that is caught for the touchdown. Wide open. And now that is going to be the Titans getting on the board. And now the Seahawks are down 6-0, pending PAT. That will make it 7-0. That was a pass by Derrick Henry, and that is a touchdown. And don't forget, also, the Titans beat the Seahawks in 2021 as well. As soon as you saw that, you had a feeling that Seahawks defense wasn't even ready for that. And now with a touchdown, it's going to make it 7-0, especially with that PAT. And that gets through, and that is good. So if the Titans beat the Seahawks will be, well, they'll still somewhat be in contention as long as the Vikings lose. So the Vikings have to lose, but the Seahawks have got to win if they want to basically be locked for the playoffs, because all they're really competing against at this point, and when you look at the playoff picture, they're just competing. Here it is. They're just competing against the Vikings out of all teams. The Vikings. They're pretty much down to the third string quarterback at this point. And we're going to lose a playoff spot to the Vikings. To the Vikings. You know what? Happy holidays. Okay? Happy? And yeah, also I need don't forget Pizza Boy, you got to say your fart jokes too. So you owe me one because the Seahawks just gave up a touchdown. So where are your fart jokes? You got to do it. We're waiting for you to do it. Now I'm going to check out the polls and see what's going on with the polls. I guess the polls are still going on. They're also competing against Green Bay, the Saints, and the Bucks. That's true. Forgot about that too. Buccaneers are also 7-7. They are playing against Jacksonville this afternoon. So thanks for reminding me as well. Thank you, Christian, for also pointing that out. This isn't good so far. The Browns score another touchdown? I thought they did for a second. Nope. Gotta see how. Yep, Seahawks defense absolutely needs help. With Jordan Brooks gone, it's not going to help at all. So as of now, I have 4 players left. He has 5, unfortunately. He still has Justin Fields. And now here is DJ Dallas. He's going for the return, going to be a little bit more aggressive this time. He gets through, and that gets to the 30. Christian, Merry Christmas. Sorry, did that upset you? Sorry. Not really. So yeah, it was just completely busted coverage because they thought they were going to run the ball, but because 85 was open, number 22, he lost that assignment. Just terrible defensive coverage right there. It was just completely just caught off guard. They should have been ready for that. Derrick Henry has 4 touchdown passes. He's 7 for 9 in passes. Maybe he could be their quarterback. And now we got a 1st and 10 for Geno Smith. And now here's Smith giving it to Kenneth Walker, and he gets a big run, got some protection, and that's going to be a 1st down, and he is still going, and he gets out of bounds. Nice run by the Seahawks. And now I think that does call for this. Yep, slow clap. That's all you get out of me because you just got a 1st down. Ladies and gentlemen, the Seahawks just got a 1st down. Woo! And now here's a 1st and 10. Gives it to Kenneth Walker. He gets a breakaway, little bit, gets at least 5 yards. So that's going to be a 2nd down. It looks like Seahawks offense, they're maybe trying to get it going, but that's just out of Kenneth Walker. So maybe Geno Smith got to get some throws out of it. You can't just win by just running. You got to throw too. The slow clap, shame. Now we're looking at 2nd and 6. And now here's Geno Smith. He is fake handoff, and here is a pass, a big one, and that is caught by DK Metcalf. He jumps over, and that's going to be into the red zone. We're going into their 15. Good pass by Geno Smith, barely, to DK Metcalf, and he jumped over a guy. Yep, DK Metcalf made that nice leap, and that also helps my fantasy team because he's on my fantasy team. All right, Gino, let's get serious. Come on, let's go. Come on. 1st and 10. Clock is running. 12:20 left. That's the name of the store I work at. I work at Best Buy. And looks like the clock just went down. Did they call for a timeout or something? Oh, God. The Seahawks just burned the timeout for what? Not good. Now I'm winning 25.7-17. I am projected winner so far. Imagine if I make it all the way to the finals off of a 1-6 start. That would just be totally insane. Pass outside the numbers, drop back 47%, something with Geno Smith. I kind of missed it. And now we're looking at a 1st and a 10 for Seattle. Red zone percentage, 47%. Seahawks also not great with the red zone. And now here's a 1st and 10. Jake Bobo on the motion. And now he's going to give it to Kenneth Walker. He's trying to get something going. And he's going to maybe gets 1 yard, maybe close to a no gain at all. I would hope that maybe you're going to get at least guaranteed a field goal. That's what I would hope on my end for our sake. Geno Smith, candidate to Kenneth Walker. He was trying to get some moves out of it. Yeah, that's the thing. So he does the word duck a lot. So I really do like that. And now here's Kenneth Walker. We're looking at a 2nd and 9. Man in motion. Parkinson, double motion. And now here's Geno Smith. He's going to pass. And here is the pass of Cody Parkinson. And he does get out of bounds. So that's going to get maybe at least a few yards. It's going to be a 3rd down. Definitely should pass. I don't want him to throw or run the ball. Just try to see if you can get some passing in there. We're looking at 3rd down. Maybe about a 5, I would say. Some Seahawks fans are there. 3rd and 4. I lied. 3rd and 4. So I guess CBS and Nickelodeon has like some kind of partnership together. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 4. DK Metcalf is at the wide right. Got Smith-Jigba on the left. And here's Geno Smith looking towards the left. And here is the pass. And that's going to be caught by Jackson Smith-Jigba, but that's going to be way incomplete. So that's going to be a 4th and 4. And you're going to be forced to hit the field goal. And oh no, it looks like Jackson Smith and Jigba is shaken up at the moment. Not looking good at all. Looks like he did not have a good landing. And I think that might just take him out for the game. He did catch the ball, but hitting that wall, that did not help at all. So he is hurt. Hopefully he is okay. Oh no. That's not good. But he is still walking on his own power. So it looks like he is okay. Just not sure if he's going to return. Looks like Geno Smith is still out there. I think what they're going to do is I think they're going to try to get the team to jump, the other Tennessee Titans to jump. Looks like we got a timeout going on, an injury timeout. Oh, Popeyes commercial. Do not show me Popeyes. You're going to make me hungry and gain 10 pounds. It's so painful to look at. I'm literally obsessed with Popeyes. Popeyes is my most favorite chicken wing place of all time. Ezel's just doesn't do it for me. Popeyes just has that natural crispiness. I don't know how they do it, but they do a dang good job with it. Also, here's the semifinals matchup. Auto Draft and Bella Check Yourself. Not looking good for any of them. And now it's 26.1 to 20.2. Amon St. Brown is doing some work for them. I could really use some numbers. I don't know. Emmitt Smith and Peyton Manning in a Bud Light commercial. Yeah, that's the right guys to put it on, I would say. Now they're showing a commercial for iPhone. Seahawks absolutely needs the points, so I would definitely take the points. Hit the field goal. I know that it's fun fact, Rooftop Sports loves chicken wings. Oh my God, yes. Chicken wings are my absolute weakness. I would love one day to be sponsored by a chicken wing company, like maybe like Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings, or maybe some Korean place. Who knows? And looks like we are back from the break. You see some jerseys. You see an Eddie George jersey. He was one of the greats for the Tennessee Titans as a running back. And also, it looks like my Wi-Fi bar is pretty low. I got to check and see and make sure that my live stream is doing pretty well. Yep, it's still doing just okay. And now here's Jason Myers. They're going to settle for the field goal. And this is going to be a 28-yard attempt on a 4th and 4. And here is the kick, and that is good. And the Seahawks get on the board to make it 7-3 Tennessee, but their defense has got to step up, along with the offense has got to step up as well. And they're showing commercials again, aren't they? With a Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, and that State Farm guy. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Maybe one day I'll get endorsed by State Farm someday, but I have my doubts. But you never know, right? It's all about the grind. Yep, you see a Christmas thing, but they're still saying happy holidays. They're calling it the Nickmas game. Merry Nickmas. We wish you a Merry Nickmas and a Happy New Year. Do you like boneless? I'm a boneless guy. As you can tell, yeah. And now we got a kickoff going on by Jason Myers. We're in the second quarter, getting close to the half. And now here it is. And they fair caught it at their... But it's going to go to the 25, isn't it? I hate that. It's stupid. If you fair caught it right where you fair caught it, it should just be exactly where it is. Oh, but safety. Ugh. Now we're looking at 1st and 10 for Ryan Tannehill. 22 seconds left on the play clock. Hopefully the Seahawks defense can get a stop out of it. Still waiting. And now here it is. Fake a handoff. And here is the pass. And that is going to be caught. And Ryan Tannehill is actually picking off this secondary pretty well against the Seahawks. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10. First and 10, 7-3 Titans. Tannehill with Derrick Henry right behind him. He's going to give it to Derrick Henry, and he is going to get at least 6 yards on that. That's a pretty good run for Derrick Henry. Everyone answer the question. What is everyone's favorite chicken wing flavor? As of now, it's 75% Geno Smith so far. So we'll find out what it is at the end of this half. And looks like... Did someone score? Did I miss something? Did Cleveland give up something? I'm going to take a look and see what it was. It's 14-7. It was a kickoff return by Pierce. And now here it is to Derrick Henry, and that is going to be an easy first down. Joe Flacco had a big catch to Amari Cooper for the touchdown. I would hope that he would give it to David Njoku once in a while, but Flacco's been doing pretty well for the Cleveland Browns so far. Njoku just got his first reception for 4 yards. Whoop-de-doo. He's the 4th player with 4 touchdown passes and an 80 touchdown yard run. Wow. Derrick Henry's been one of the great running backs of this league so far, of this era. 3 seconds left on the clock, and now here is Ryan Tannehill. He faked the handoff. He's getting out of the pocket, and that's going to be caught, but that goes out of bounds. So that's going to be a 2nd and 10, considered incomplete. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. 7-3 Titans. And now here is 2nd and 10. Now here's Derrick Henry. He's got the handoff, and he gets a big one. That's going to be 10 yards right there. Seahawks defense is absolutely doing nothing. They're not even stopping the run. They can't stop the pass. They literally cannot do anything. And yes, Jimmy Max. It's called Jimmy Max, M-A-C-S. They are in Renton, Washington, near the Kia dealership. So if you want to get some good Texas-style food, go to Jimmy Max. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10. In this drive, 3 rushes for 2 passes for 36 yards. Here's 1st and 10. I said that before. 3 seconds left on the clock, and here is number 32, Spears, and now he finally gets stopped. I can smell really good food out there. I have that kind of sense of smell. And it's going to be 2nd down with 7 minutes left in this half. Getting really hungry myself. So at the halftime, I'm definitely going to eat something. And you'll get to enjoy the view of the Lord Vader. Seahawks defense need to go be dead. That's what GBD means, go be dead. And now here's a 2nd and 9. And now here's Tannehill, and he's getting pressured, and he still somehow gets it off in time to get at least a few yards. And looks like there's some trash talking going on between Bush, and that was also Spears. And Spears like, ha, you didn't get the sack out of Ryan Tannehill. It's not going to be chicken wings, trust me. Ryan Tannehill nearly got sacked by Mafe. Surprised they didn't call roughing the passer. They easily could have. And now here is a 3rd and 6. Seahawks really desperately need this stop. They cannot afford to give up another 1st down. And now here's a 3rd and 6 for Ryan Tannehill. He's got Spears right next to him, and looks like that's going to be a timeout called by Tennessee. It's like Tennessee didn't like what he was seeing, the coach. So he called a timeout immediately. Amon St. Brown, 4 receptions for 37 yards. That's going to hurt me for my fantasy team. Ugh. I think I smell ramen noodles, to be honest with you. Joe Flacco threw a 75-yard touchdown pass to Amari Cooper. Wow. 3rd and 6. 6 minutes left in this half. And where's the delay of game? Yep, delay of game. The refs take forever to call that. Wow. And now here's a 3rd and 11. Here's Ryan Tannehill. He's going to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's actually getting outside the pocket, and he's going to run. Looks like he's going to run as much as he can, and he gets a 1st down out of it. He's still running. He's still going. He gets all the way to the 18. The Seahawks 18. They had him pressured. He got out of the pocket, and then he still ran it through. You gave up a 1st down to Ryan Tannehill. He doesn't even have legs anymore. And he's still allowed a run? That's just absolutely pathetic. Oh, not good at all. That's all I can say. Not good. Definitely not good. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry's on his right. He's a big boy. He gives it to Derrick Henry. He fakes, gives it off to his wide receiver, and you just can't complete tackles, but at least they lost yards on that one. So it's going to be a loss of 2 yards. And I think I saw a flag on the play, maybe. Nope, no flag. But it's going to be a 2nd down. 2nd and 13. 7-3 Titans. Second and 13, no running back with Ryan Tannehill. He's going to find a way to pass, which he will. And he gets sacked immediately. Oh, he just got sacked and just blown up. And that's going to be a 3rd down, but it's still going to be in field goal range, so you still got a long ways to go. That was Edwards with the sack. I like that. Seahawks defense is absolutely ducking. Absolutely got met. Ryan Tannehill ran out of time. Would not do that taunting if I were you. So Edwards Jr., we got a 3rd and 19. They're still well in field goal range. And now they're just going to hand it to Spears. And Spears has still got running some time. He could have had a breakaway on that one. And now that's going to be settled for a field goal. 4th and 8. So you got at least 11 yards out of it. Something like that. 9 yards. Nick Folk, former Jets kicker. It's basically a chip shot. And here is the kick. And that is good. And Tennessee extends their lead 10-3 off a field goal by Nick Folk. At least they got the sack out of it. The Seahawks did get their sack. But this is absolutely embarrassing. Like, you're losing to the Titans out of all teams. Not feeling good about this game at all. At least the Seahawks defense got to Ryan Tannehill, but they're still giving up occasional passes too. And it's to Ryan Tannehill. Let's take a look at his stats, shall we? While we're still waiting for commercial break to end. Ryan Tannehill is at 2-4 as a quarterback this season. He's thrown 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. You are giving up. You are losing to a guy with those kind of numbers. The last time he was like any good, it was 2020 and 2021. And I guess 2019. When Tennessee did help get to the AFC Championship game, because 2019 season started with Marcus Mariota, and Marcus Mariota was a disaster of a quarterback. Marcus Mariota was 2-4. He had 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but he was still a disaster. Marcus Mariota was 5-8 last season. And now we're looking for the kickoff. And now here is the kickoff, and we are underway for the Seahawks offensive possession. Here's DJ Dallas. He's going to bring it out. Don't like this because I don't really trust him. And here is the run, and he gets it to their own 23. Fantastic, isn't it? Now we're on our 1st and 10. Got 3:13 left in this quarter, in this half, most specifically. Good Burger is one of the shows to watch, they say. That's where I'm at right now. That's how I feel about this game. The Grinch is stealing Christmas from the Seahawks. And now here is the 1st and 10 by Geno Smith. 48 yards as passing. And now here's Geno. He gives it to Tyler Lockett, gets a completion, but only like maybe 1 yard out of that. Geno's just not taking any risks. Maybe, yeah, at least Drew Lock took some risk, but Drew Lock isn't any better of a quarterback either. Seahawks just don't have a quarterback. Geno Smith is just not the guy. I never said he was the guy. No one ever would believe me if I said that he was the guy. And now here's a 2nd and 8. He gives it to Kenneth Walker, and he just gets completely just smashed, and they're going to lose yards, and that's going to go back to like 10 or 11. Got 2 minutes left, getting close to that 2-minute warning. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he is back, but the Seahawks aren't really using any of it. They're not using any of him, barely using DK. And this is a team that doesn't even have the best passing defense either. So this is absolutely embarrassing. 3rd and 11. And now here's Geno Smith, and he's getting pressured immediately, but that is caught by Tyler Lockett, and that's going to be not a 1st down. You know what? Just go for it. Just plunge it through. But looks like there's a flag because that could have been a roughing the passer on Geno Smith. Yeah, that's going to be a flag. Roughing the passer. It's going to be an automatic 1st down, so we'll take that. Christine, how's it going? Welcome to this channel. You are welcome here, always. And now here's a 1st and 10. Tennessee at 10, Seahawks 3. And now we're down to the 2-minute warning. C-Films, they don't have a quarterback. I'm telling you, they don't. Now you're making me do this.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And if you would like those services, call at 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465. And here's the promo code, Modern Rooftop. So Seahawks really got away with their offensive futility. They are now going into they got the penalty going for them. So that means they'll still have the ball at 1st and 10, 2 minutes left. So maybe burn the entire 2 minutes to get some kind of a touchdown out of it. You got to end this half with a touchdown. And also listen to the pizza boy, or shall I say the macaroni and cheese. I wonder who is your favorite NFL quarterback currently? I don't think I really have one right now. No one just really sticks out to me at all. Maybe Joe Burrow, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's having a good comeback story with the Cleveland Browns. I mean, Joe Flacco's got a good situation. He's basically playing for the Ravens. It feels really nostalgic. He plays with a fantastic defense, good running game, good kick return game, I think. So I like Flacco. But I don't really like any quarterback right now. None of them really just appeal to me at all. Aaron Rodgers was up there, but now he's injured. And now here's a 1st and 10. 2 minutes left. They really got to get something going. And here's Charbonnet right next to him. He's going to give it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. He does get at least 6 yards. That's going to hurt me on fantasy because he got 6 yards. Yeah, Lamar Jackson's having a great season as well. Jackson Smith and Jigba got 6 yards on that. And now here is a 2nd and 4. I don't really care about Pat Mahomes. Plus, he's a baby. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Geno Smith. He's got some opening, and here is a pass, and that's going to be out of bounds. Geno, just run the dang ball. Now, David Njoku, he is at the red zone. At the halftime, I'm going to go eat some food because I'm hungry. And now it's 20-0 Jets. I could have put the Jets defense. Didn't think the Jets were going to do much. So that's fantastic. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 4. And now here is Smith. He's got some time to pass. Now he's actually pressured, and that's going to be caught by Jake Bobo, and that's going to be a 1st down. Jake Bobo, he's a good man for the 3rd down if you need him. And now here's a 1st and 10. 1:10 left in this half. And now here's Geno Smith. He's got some time. He's going to throw, and that is going to be incomplete. Ball was intended for Tyler Lockett, and Tyler Lockett hasn't really gotten anything done today. Yes, that is absolutely Darth Vader. Yep, he's right there. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. Jason Myers prepping himself for the field goal because I do believe the Seahawks may be in field goal range. And David Njoku caught it for a touchdown. He's on my fantasy team. 2nd and 10. Seahawks are barely in field goal range. And now here's Geno Smith. He's always getting pressured, and he's going to pass it, and he drops it. He dropped it. It was just an untimely throw. Like, what are you doing, Geno Smith? This is why Geno's a terrible quarterback. It's just really frustrating to watch him. Like, we're not making the playoffs with this team. Not with Geno and Drew Lock as quarterbacks. Drew Lock just got insanely lucky. But I wonder if maybe there'll be a quarterback change going into the half. And that's going to be 3rd and 10. You got to at least get yards on this one to at least do a field goal. Because you can't, if you have a field goal, at least you have the balls for 2nd half, and you're down by 1 possession still. You can still take the lead with the touchdown then. And now here's Geno Smith. He's got some time. He's got some protection, and he's going to give it to Charbonnet, and Charbonnet's going to lose yards on that. Why aren't you? I can't see it on the other angle. There should be a different angle where I could actually see where the receivers are going. Give it to DK Metcalf. What are you doing, Geno Smith? And now it's going to be a 4th and 14. I don't even know if you can get a field goal out of this. You may be forced to punt, and you are forced to punt. Geno could have at least just handed the ball. I know that's an offensive play call. Man, they're making me miss Darrell Bevel, and I hated Darrell Bevel during the Russell Wilson era. And they just let the clock run. Yep, that's going to be a delay of game. Thank you, Christine. Yep. Got my Korean soccer jersey, Cleveland Browns shirt, Ichiro jersey, and Russell Wilson jersey. I miss Russell Wilson dearly. And it's going to be a 4th and 19. They're just gonna punt the ball. And that's gonna go all the way down to the 10. So there's not gonna be much time for the Titans, but hey, with 48 seconds, you'd be surprised. David Njoku got me a big touchdown. Now I'm projected to win 116 to 109. Chandler with 7 points. Jordan Love with 11.4. And what I miss? A passing touchdown by Jordan Love, and my team just continues to keep it going. Now it is 44.1 to 23.3. It just keeps happening. I just got to keep it going. Hopefully Tony Pollard can get me something against the Dolphins. Mike Evans against Jacksonville. Chicago's defense against Arizona. And Giants or San Francisco 49ers kicker Moody. And also, other things that I do on this channel for this live show, I will cut them up into small videos, put them in the shorts. I've even considered putting it like all together too. Will the Seahawks turn around the second half? No. And actually, I'm just going to end the stream right now. Well, actually, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the stream for the quarterback debate between Geno Smith and Drew Lock. And then after that, I'm going to do another poll where will the Seahawks turn it around in the second half, which I don't think so. And actually, at this point, am I going to start one? Christine, I don't. I also do some Monday Night Football as well. So I've done a Cleveland Browns game. I've done a Giants game. So I've done a lot of games. I also do baseball as well. Steven says watching this game is painful. It is absolutely painful to watch this game. But the good news is Detroit is winning against Minnesota. So that's going to be very helpful. And now here's the Vikings. They're in their own territory with 48 seconds left, but it feels like a very long 48 seconds. And now here's Tannehill with the pass, gives it to DeAndre Hopkins, and that's going to be complete. Gets 7 yards out of it. Animal Sanctuary, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a long time. Maybe since last week. Yep, Lions are winning. You're our friend. Seahawks are only down by 1 score. I know. You're just trying to be all overly positive. I get what you're trying to do with me. And now here is a 2nd and 3. And now here's Tannehill. He's got some protection. He is going out of the pocket, and now he's just going to run for himself, and that's going to be a long yardage on that one. It's going to be up to the 30, and looks like there's going to be an unnecessary roughness going on. The tackle didn't even look that brutal at all. Another flag has happened. Yeah, okay, good. No flag on that. Otherwise, that would have been an absolute nightmare. And 35 seconds left in this half. Joe Flacco sitting on my bench with 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable. And now here's 1st and 10. Seahawks will receive in the second half, but they got to stop him. And now here's Tannehill. He had time. He gave it to number 85. It's going to be about a 3rd down. Maybe the Seahawks will have an opportunity. Well, no, it's 2nd down still. I thought it was 3rd down for a second. And are they doing another commercial break? Please don't tell me you're doing a commercial break. And you're doing a commercial break. So another thing I'm going to try to do is, do you have any mods now? Oh, yes, I do have a mods. I have a couple mods going on right now. Yes, they are taking care of some of the legwork for this channel, which will help very much. And now here's 2nd and 8. No, Animal Sanctuary, stop! Don't do that. Hey, moderators, just ignore him. He's just joking. And now here's a 2nd and 8. And here's Tannehill. Gave it to number 85. Barely got the tackle. And now that's going to be a 3rd down. The clock is still running, so they got to run one more play. Seahawks are obviously not going to call the timeout. 3rd and 3. I think this is going to be a Hail Mary attempt. And now here is Tannehill. He is sacked immediately, and that's going to be, and I would call the timeout. Seahawks, call the timeout. What are you doing? Call the timeout. Why didn't you call the timeout? What were you doing? They didn't call the timeout. You could have called the timeout and gotten yourself in the field goal range. Call the timeout? How do you not do that? You could have given yourself an easy field goal on this one. Like, was you not supposed to do timeout? There was like 5 seconds left on the clock. All right, now I'm gonna end the poll, and let's take a look and see what the poll said. So it said, out of 10 votes, it said who should be the quarterback? Seahawks for the rest of the season for the quarterback, Geno Smith and Drew Lock. Geno Smith at 60%. And Drew Lock at 40%. And now I'm going to do another polling right now. All right, we'll do poll. All right, here's a new poll. Getting that started. I'm going to take a little bit of a break because I need one. I'm hungry. But how did they not call the timeout? I think they should have called the timeout. Yeah, of course, because they are wimps. All right, so I'm going to... Here, and please enjoy the view of Darth Vader. He's your friend for the half. He's your guy. There he is. Now I got to get some lunch. BRB. And moderators, text me if I'm getting grossy treatment or whatever you call it. And I am back. Did I miss anything? Or are they just about to score? I guess we'll find out. And the kickoff is underway, and we are going into the second half. And now here is DJ Dallas, and he is going up to the 30. And thank you for the welcoming. Now let's take a look and see what the polls said. According to the polls from you guys, out of 4 votes, 75% of you said the Seahawks will win the game. And it looks like we got a flag going on right now. That was on the kicking team, so luckily it goes in our favor. Here's a 1st and 10. Here's Kenneth Walker, and he's going to make the run, and he still breaks through, and that's going to be a 1st down. And all I can say is this. And now we're looking at 1st and 10. Geno Smith is calling the audible. Kenneth Walker's right behind him, giving him the nod. Maybe that sign of trust will get them through that game. And now here's Kenneth Walker, immediately gets met, and that is going to be a loss of a couple yards right there. Kenneth Walker nearly got tackled immediately. And now here's 2nd and 12. Three seconds left on the play clock. And now here's Geno Smith, gives it to Will Dissly, and he's going to get at least he's still pushing. And that's going to be at least 7 yards. And that's going to be down to a 3rd and 5. Good run by Dissly by bruising it through. Oh boy, everyone's giving me the happy holidays treatment. That's nice of you guys. That's nice. Thank you, Liam. I appreciate that very much. And that's going to be 3rd and 6. I hope your Cowboys burn. Three seconds left on the clock. And here's Geno Smith with pass. And that is completed to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that's going to be a 1st down. First down indeed. Jackson Smith and Jigba already back on the bench after making that catch. Maybe keep them on there. And this is coming from someone that has Jackson Smith and Jigba going against me in fantasy football. It's now 1st and 10. Hopefully Geno Smith can get something more going. We're in field goal range right now. Here's Kenneth Walker going for the run, and that's going to be at least a couple yards. And now here is a 2nd and 10. Now here's Geno Smith, and here is the pass. Here's the big one, and that is caught by Tyler Lockett. And now the Seahawks are now into the red zone. Tyler Lockett finally made a catch. Good route running by Tyler Lockett. That's the Tyler Lockett that we know and love. Lions are up 17-14 against the Vikings at halftime. And now we're going into the third quarter. Taylor Heineke is balling out right now for the Falcons. Now we're looking at a 1st and goal situation. Got to score. And now here's Smith. Looks like he's going to keep the ball. He is going to run, but that's going to be about maybe 2 yards on that. Seahawks desperately need to score a touchdown. There is no question about it. Second and 8. I would say Smith has got to pass on this one. You got to pass. Can't just keep handing the ball off. Plus, you have no running back anyway. And now here's Geno Smith, and here is the pass, and that's going to be out of bounds. Not going to be a touchdown. 3rd and 8. Way incomplete. Geno's just throwing it too far. How about give it to DK Metcalf? If it was college, that's a touchdown easily. But how about you give it to DK Metcalf? You're not giving Metcalf any touches. And I'm not saying this just because he's on my fantasy football. I swear. Yep, the Grinch. They want to steal Christmas away from the Seahawks. Somehow the Colts are losing to the Falcons. And now here's 3rd and 8. They got to get this done. Here's Smith. He's looking in the direction of DK. And here is the pass. And that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be 4th and 8. And the Seahawks are forced to try to hit the field goal. And now that's a 27-yard attempt. You would think that's going to be a chip shot for Jason Myers. And now here is the kick. And the kick is good. And now that makes it 10-6 Tennessee. As the Seahawks, they failed to score, but at least they got the field goal. Oh, just fantastic. And now we are back from the break, and Geno Smith just continues to fail to even finish anything, which is why I don't think he's the quarterback of the future. He just continues to prove his incompetence. And now here's Jason Myers. He's going to kick. He's going to make the kickoff. And we'll see if the Seahawks defense can hold up against the Tennessee Titans, which they did in the last drive. But it's kind of easy when they're well in their own territory anyway, and the clock was winding down. And now here is the run. Here's number 11 with the kick return, and it's basically a touchback with running it, basically. And now here is a 1st and 10. And now giving it to Derrick Henry. He's got some room, and he's going to get at least 7 yards. That's a big run by Derrick Henry right there. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 3. Now here's Derrick Henry, and he's going to surprisingly go down, but you would think that on the next run, he's going to definitely, and the Vikings take the lead. Great. And yes, you would think that Derrick Henry, he is just going to punch through that. It's a 3rd and 1. Like, if you can't punch that through, that'd be embarrassing. So basically, they have 2 chances. And the worst part of that touchdown, I don't get any of it for Chandler, for my fantasy team. And now here's a 3rd and 1. They're going to give it to Henry for sure. Nope, they'll give it to Spears, and that's going to be, he breaks through for at least a few yards, and that's going to be a 1st down. 1st and 10. Looks like another game of Geno's score. I can't read that. First and 10. Yep, and that's got to be a false start. We're going to see what it is. False start on the offense can be 5 yards. Thank you very much. That helps a lot. Now we're looking at 1st and 15. Now here's Tannehill. He gives it to Spears, and that's going to be at least 5 yards on that. When you're giving up 5 yards, that's not good. Browns are completely running away with that game. I would have loved to call that game instead of this game, to be honest with you. I probably should have called the Browns game, but the Seahawks were on. Second and 8. And now here is Derrick Henry. He's going to make the run. And they get no yards out of it, but you got a 3rd and 6, and Tannehill has been doing pretty well on the 3rd down conversion, so you better watch out. Derrick Henry's been playing very well, including that touchdown pass. $11 rushes for 69 yards, 3rd and 7. And now here is the rush, and here is the pass, and that's going to be caught. I knew that was going to happen. Everyone knew that would happen. Gave it to Moore, and that's going to be a 1st down right there. And just keep moving the chains. Something that, like, why isn't Geno Smith doing the same exact thing? This is why Smith is a terrible quarterback. But, oh, no, they got to come up with all these excuses for him. So many excuses. And now here's a 1st and 10. And he gives it to Derrick Henry, and Henry gets, looks like he's going to get nothing. It's going to be no gain on the play. Are they going to do 3rd down, or are they doing good on 3rd down, or are we terrible on 3rd down? We're terrible on 3rd down, more than they're good on 3rd down, to be honest with you. Seahawks should be running away with this game, but Geno Smith just prevents that from happening every single time. It should be 14-10. All right, we got 2nd and 10. Here is Derrick Henry, and that is going to be, it's going to be about 3 yards. And now here is a 3rd and 8. Packers are leading 23-10. 4 minutes left in this quarter. This quarter's been going really fast. And now here is Tannehill. He's got so much time all day. And that was nearly picked off. And how do you not get that, Woolen? He is definitely kicking at himself. How do you do that? Like, how do you not get that? And now it's a 4th and 8, and thank God. Looks like they'll be, I think, punting the ball. Yep, they're going to punt the ball. So the Seahawks defense got insanely lucky. And now here's the punt. And that's going to go all the way into fair catch territory. Well, less than the 10, so Geno's not going to have much to work with on that. And looks like there's a flag going on, and that's going to be a half the distance to the goal. Looks like DJ Dallas, he's getting in trouble for this. Nothing to be sorry about, Annual Sanctuary. Thank you, Christine. Make sure to let your friends know about it, too. And make a donation, too. And DJ Dallas threw a punch. That's not going to help. Trying to see what it is. DJ Dallas is not going to be happy about that. So it's because that he was swinging a punch. But even then, you have to restrain yourself. Like, you can't just keep doing something like that and then you get all upset about it. That's on you. You have to restrain yourself. Yep, he's a dumbass. Dang it, 4th down for the Lions. I think we're in field goal range. Seahawks absolutely need a touchdown. I was trying to see what was at the front door because the doorbell rang, and it was just a delivery man. Our Santa Claus. Ugh. It's been quite a blue-collar type game, I would say. Just beating each other up, really. Only 1 touchdown throughout this game. If the Seahawks can't win this game, they don't deserve to make the playoffs. At this point, I'd say give Locke a chance. Geno is great if you all need 3 points, but touchdown would be better. Geno's not that much better either. I mean, Drew Locke isn't that much better either. And here's Geno Smith. He is well in his own territory. And now here is Geno. He's getting pressured. And here is the pass. And that is caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they are getting into their own 25. And that's going to hurt my fantasy team quite a bit. Jackson Smith and Jigba has been making quite the contribution. Jordan Love with 2 touchdowns, so I'm happy about that. And Njoku giving me some points. And now here is a 1st and 10. Bobo is on the motion. Got Kenneth Walker right behind him. It looks like that's going to be a false start. That was Noah Fant with the false start. Looks like this show has 9 likes so far. Let's keep it going. And now here's a 1st and 15. And now here's Kenneth Walker. He gets the ball. He gets tripped up. Probably doesn't even get a gain out of that. This is pathetic. Gonna start a new poll. All right, here's the poll. And now we're looking at 2nd and 14. And here's Geno Smith. And here's the pass. He gives it to Jake Bobo. And there's going to be a flag on that one. I wonder what this one's all about. And looks like Lions scored the touchdown. That's going to hurt my fantasy team but quite a bit. Yep, illegal contact on the defense. Automatic 1st down. We will more than take that. And Christine, thank you very much for the donation. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. $2 is $2. If anyone else can keep rolling those in, that'll be fantastic and be much more appreciated. And Christine, don't forget, I also do some Monday Night Football as well. Looking to do it tomorrow. Not sure if I am yet. We'll keep updated. And now here is a 1st and 10. A minute 33 left in this quarter. And now here's Geno Smith to Kenneth Walker. And he is going to not get much out of it. And there's going to be a flag right there. I wonder what this flag is all about. We're going to find out. I think it's going to be on the offensive lineman. Too many flags for the Seahawks. Oh, dead ball personal foul on the defense. I'll more than take that. If it's going to take the ref penalties to do it, so be it. And now here's 1st and 10 off to Kenneth Walker. And he breaks the tackle. And that's going to be at least 5 yards on that run. Here we keep going. Let's keep doing this. Second and 5. And now Geno Smith is working on a 2nd and 5. He fakes it to Kenneth Walker, and he's going for the pass, and that is going to be caught by Tyler Lockett. And he gets up to the 30 in Titans 30. And now we're in the red zone, but hey, Geno Smith is probably going to fuck this up, or screw this up, isn't he? And now that's the end of the 3rd quarter. See films, you don't have to say that. And it's going to be, yep, it's end of 3rd. 1 quarter to go. Hopefully the Seahawks can figure this out. Let's get this touchdown because we can't just keep doing field goals after field goals after field goals. It's just not going to work that way. Oh, man, you're just quoting me, aren't you? And now we are back from the break. Looks like we got games after this, of course. Wow, they did all that. Okay. Yep, Seahawks, let's get it done. We're at 10-6. And we're at the red zone. Getting close to it at least. At least in field goal range. Smith with Kenneth Walker right behind him, and he's going to hand it to Kenneth Walker. And Kenneth Walker, he gets at least 3 yards on that. And now we're at 2nd and 5. Kenneth Walker had a little bit of a run, but wasn't going to be much, but at least the Seahawks didn't lose yards on that. And now we're looking at 2nd and 5. Kenneth Walker with 15 carries on 53 yards, 3.5 on average. Not great. And now here's Geno Smith with a high snap. And here is the pass to Kenneth Walker. He gets it, and he's going to keep running, and he will get a little bit closer to the first down. But the Seahawks have got to get the... Got unhooked for just a moment. It was a terrible snap, so that didn't really help. Noah Fant, he lost his blocking assignment, so that didn't really help. Kenneth Walker has kind of carried this offense. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 3. Third and 3. And now here's Geno Smith, and here's the pass. And that is caught by DK Metcalf. And now they're getting close to the 10. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. And they are moving the chains as the Seahawks are hopefully getting closer to get to that first down. DK with that catch. That's going to help my fantasy team just a little bit. And the phone's telling me that DK Metcalf is in the red zone. Please give it to DK. Throw it to your left. And now here's Geno Smith, 1st and 10, high snap. Gives it to Kenneth Walker. He's going for a run. He's not going to get anything. There just not going to be much gain on that one at all. I don't think that's even a gain. I don't even consider that a gain at all. Geno Smith, he handed it to Kenneth Walker. It's not going to be much at all. And now here is a 2nd and 9. And Jordan Love gave me another touchdown pass. 2nd and 9. Here's Geno Smith. And here it is. And he's going to pass. And here is the pass. And that is going to DK Metcalf. Is that caught for the touchdown? Is that caught or is that incomplete? Doesn't even say what it is. I think they're trying to review it. They have no idea what's going on. We're going to try to see and look what it is. DK, he made the catch. And, yep, that's a touchdown. That is absolutely a touchdown. If that's not a touchdown, then I don't know what is. They haven't made the decision quite yet, but I think that is a touchdown. I saw 2 feet in there. 3rd and 9. I think Pete Carroll's going to throw the challenge flag. Yep, obviously they're going to throw that challenge flag. They are considering it an incomplete pass. It was a pass to DK Metcalf. Like, I need those points. I really need those points. It was 1 step in, and that was 2 steps in. That's a touchdown. If that's not a touchdown, I don't know what is. And I'm going to tweet that, or I'm going to X that right now. If that's not a touchdown, I don't know what is. I'm going to end the poll, and the survey says for that poll, 4 votes. 4 of you want Drew Lock to be the quarterback. At least that was until maybe this touchdown, this prospective touchdown. It really should be a touchdown. Like I said, if it's not a touchdown, I don't know what is. So we're going to find out in moments. Might as well check my fantasy football score. Yep. If DK gets a touchdown, and it looks like they are calling it a touchdown because according to my fantasy football, they're giving him a touchdown. So that is going to give me the edge for fantasy football. It is now 64.8 to 44.2. So as soon as this commercial is over, we're going to find out. Call Pete and tell him to put lock. The people have spoken. Yes, the four of us have spoken that we want. That's funny. But I really, that's got to be a touchdown. Like I said, if that's not a touchdown, I really don't know what is. And this commercial break is just taking too long to tell me. This commercial break is going way too long. Okay, we get it. We don't care about the Broncos. These commercials are too long. All right, now we're back. Let's see what the referee says. And that is a touchdown. And it's officially a touchdown. Like I said, 2 feet were in. So now Jason Myers going for the PAT, and that is good. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-10 lead. We really needed that badly. I mean, the awkward moment where the fantasy football already knew about it. This is where I'm at right now. This is my score. It's going to be very close, it looks like, projected-wise. I just need Baker Mayfield to keep passing to Mike Evans. I need Tony Pollard to get some stuff done. Chicago's defense to step up. And also my kicker for the 49ers. He's got to do something too. I hope I win too. I mean, if I don't win, I will be absolutely devastated if I don't. And now here's Jason Myers. He's going for the kick. And it's going to go all the way to... Why do you fair catch is a thing where and you just get extra 25 yards? I think that's stupid. You can stream the NFL games on Paramount. Will the Seattle Seahawks win? Well, 75% of us said yes. And now here's a 1st and 10. And here's Tannehill. He fakes the handoff, and he gets sacked immediately by Bobby Wagner, just right in front of his face. Ryan Tannehill was about to throw, and then he just got immediately bear hugged by Ryan Tannehill, or by Bobby Wagner. 2nd and 16. Hopefully the Seahawks defense can hold on this one, and the Seahawks can get another score, if you know what I mean. 2nd and 16. And now here is the pass to from Tannehill, but that's going to be a big run by Spears, and that more than makes up for the sack. So that's going to be about a 3rd and a few. We're looking at 11 minutes left in this game. It feels like the clock is taking forever. Seahawks defense had better hold up. If they don't hold up, that's going to be absolutely embarrassing. And now here is a 3rd and 3. And now here's Tannehill. He's going to pass to Spears, and will he get the first down? Yep, he gets the first down. And even if they didn't get the first down, they would have just punched it through for a first down anyway. So that's going to be a first down for Spears. Spears has been doing a lot of work for the Tennessee Titans right now. Browns are winning 28-7. Flacco has thrown 2 interceptions, though. And now here's the 1st and 10. 10 minutes left in this game. And now here's Tannehill over to Derrick Henry, and that's going to be at least a few yards. You don't want to give a few yards to anything. You don't want to give any of the Titans momentum, because when it gets to that 3rd down, you're in trouble. Versus no blitz. He was sacked 3 times without a blitz, but he has an 8 of 12 completion. 60 yards total, so don't give him any room. 2nd and 6 for the Titans offense. And now here is a fake handoff. Here's Tannehill. He's escaping, and now he's going to throw, and that's going to be a bad angling. Is that going to be incomplete? Yep, that is incomplete. And now that's going to be a 3rd and 6. Almost 9 minutes left in this game. I would say that was incomplete. I wonder if the Titans are going to even challenge that. Nope, no, that's not challengeable. I don't think that has any, there's not enough evidence to say that's 2 feet. Nope, I wouldn't say. 3rd and 6. Tennessee has thrown the challenge flag. David Njoku is in the red zone. Joe Flacco, give it to him when you can. Yeah, he's out of bounds. So had about 10 concurrent viewers. Let's keep this going. And I really do appreciate the Pizza Boy and the C Films being part of this. So they're doing a fantastic job keeping you guys engaged. I am a huge Mariners fan. Absolutely, Christine. I have some videos in my YouTube channel, so if once you do subscribe, if you haven't subscribed yet, go check out my content. I do talk about a lot of Mariners on that channel, more than I talk about the Seahawks. The microphone was about, I think, around $200. The stand's about $100. And the call's overturned? How's that a first down? I guess. So now it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Titans. It looks like the Seahawks defense had some momentum, but not so much right now. 1st and 10, and they are getting into the Seahawks territory, which they are in. 9 minutes left in this game. And now here's Tannehill. He fakes it. He gives it to Derrick Henry. He's got some room. He's going to keep going, and that's going to be a first down right there. The Seahawks defense is absolutely terrible. They're terrible on third downs. I wonder what their statistic is on third downs. Maybe we can look it up. Doesn't even say. Maybe next gen stats will work or something. Nope, got nothing. And now here is a 1st and 10. Gives it to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry keeps going, and that's going to be another first down. Seahawks defense has absolutely been trash throughout this entire game. Just the fact that the Titans have only scored 10 points throughout this entire game is a freaking miracle. Derrick Henry has 83 rushing yards. He's been playing very well. And now you're 2nd and 1. It's only a matter of time that Derrick Henry just punches it through. Tannehill can just punch it through himself. And now here's Derrick Henry again. And this time he gets stopped. Surprisingly, the Seahawks defense was ready for it. And just for you, Seahawks, this is what you get. Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks for that slow clap. I really do appreciate it. And now here is a 3rd and 3. You got to get this stop. Please get this stop. You'll have Derrick Henry out there. That will just be excuses if you don't. And now here is to Spears, and he gets... That's close to a first down. I think that's going to be just short. But if I were the Titans, just go for it. What do you got to lose? Right? Yep, they're going to go for it. If I were the Seahawks, do an all-out blitz, for crying out loud. And now here, they try to get them to jump. They're going to try to get them to jump. If they don't, and now here is the 4th down, and that's going to be, is that stop? Nope, that's going to be a first down. That is 100% first down. If that's not a first down, I don't know what is. Yep, that is a first down. Yeah, that could have been possible, Christine. Oh, great. It's a 1st and 10. Titans are still driving the ball. It would just take an absolute miracle for this Seahawks stop to even happen. 5 rushes, 5 pass, 49 yards on this drive. Now here's a 1st and 10. 3 seconds left on the clock. And now here is Spears, and he gets immediately stopped and loses a few yards. Low-key, this game sucks. No, actually, this is a pretty exciting game because it's a very close game. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 13. And here's Ryan Tannehill. There's a flag. Looks like that's going to be a false start. Yep, false start on the offense. That's going to help quite a bit. And now we're looking at 2nd and 17. Hopefully we can get them out of field goal range, but that would just take a huge darn miracle to do that. And now here is Ryan Tannehill, and that is completed to Spears, but he gets at least 5 yards on that. That better not have gone to St. Brown. If that goes to St. Brown, my fantasy team is screwed. Browns are just absolutely destroying the Texans. One more touchdown by the Seahawks. Well, they might need one anyway, whether they are winning this game or not, to put this game away. And now here is a 3rd and 11. Here's Tannehill. He's got some time, and here is a big pass, and that is incomplete, but flags out there. That's a pass interference written all freaking over it. It looks like a player is shaken up. Yep, that was a pass interference. Like it just felt too good to be true for it to not be a pass interference. Fourth drive of 9+ plays. They are just absolutely just beating up the defense. If I'm the Seahawks offense, take as much time as you can to get that touchdown. That's if you do. And now here's Derrick Henry. He is untouched. Now he finally got touched, but that's going to be 5 yards. This is not looking good. Yes, I'm projected to lose. Thanks for reminding me, pal. Second and 4. And now here's Derrick Henry. He gets immediately stopped, but he still gets at least a yard. And you would think that Titans basically have 2 more shots at this, and looks like there's another flag. And what is going on? This undisciplined Seahawks defense. Like, dude, what are you doing? At this point, just let the touchdown happen. They're going to score anyway at this point. Just let it happen to give Geno Smith some time, or I don't know. You can't react like that. You've got to restrain yourself. You can't do that. Like, Kinsey literally did that on purpose. But Burns, you're a freaking idiot. Seahawks always falling for traps. Especially for a team that has nothing to lose. You can't let them do that. At this point, just let them score. And now here's a 1st and goal for Tannehill, and here is Derrick Henry, and he's going to get in there for the touchdown. And the Titans have now just taken the lead, 16-13, pending PAT. That will be 17-13. And the Seahawks, 2 crucial flags are the reason why they are now losing this game. 11 touchdown runs for Derrick Henry. He was just practically untouched. And now at 1238 subscribers, thank you for that subscription. And here's the kick. And that is good. 3:21 left in this game. It's going to be up to Geno Smith to make it happen. But we all know that's not going to happen because he is not a clutch quarterback. Put in dime drop a Drew. I don't know. I don't think there's any Pete Carroll letting his age get to him. I like that. It's going to be the final drive of this game, possibly. If the Seahawks can't get this done, it'll be absolutely embarrassing. And it's safe to say, I think the Seahawks did let Derrick Henry get through anyway. They just want to get the offense because they don't want to burn time. As of now, I'm projected to lose by 4.3. Time Drainer Gene. I like that. Time Droppa Drew and Time Drainer Gene. That's funny. This is the final drive, potential final drive of the Seahawks. They better get something done on this one. If you can't beat the Titans, that would just be absolutely embarrassing. It is now 17-13. Geno Smith with 18 of 26 for 170 yards and a touchdown. DK Metcalf got the touchdown reception. And now here is the kickoff, and that is going to DJ Dallas, and he is not going to bring it out. He's going to give it the free 25. Doesn't want to take any risks. In the NFC playoff picture, 7-7, the Seahawks are. Looks like 49ers have potentially clinched the top seed. They'll jump the Vikings if the Seahawks win, absolutely. And the Lions, they are putting the Vikings away, but it is up to Seahawks to win this game. And they better win this game. 1st and 10 for Seattle. On their own 25, Geno Smith is the quarterback. Some wanted Drew Lock, but here is Geno Smith. And now here is Smith. He gives it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's going to get some yards, maybe at least 3 yards. Not much on that one. And it's going to be a 2nd down and 7. 2nd and 6, actually. So 4 yards. My, oh my, the Seahawks defense suck. What the... Man, this guy. And here's a 2nd and 6. High snap. And here is the pass to DK. And missed time throw by Geno Smith as DK just couldn't get to it on time. Going to turn on the Seahawks game. Do so. I am your Seahawks game. And somehow try to find a way to sync the voice and the game together too. Awful pass by Geno Smith, and you're already on 3rd down, and you're in danger At least you have 3 timeouts, but you really want to move the chains on this one. And here's Geno Smith. He's getting pressured, and here is the pass, and that is complete to Tyler Lockett, and that's going to be a first down. Woo! This game just continues to give me heart attacks. It shouldn't be a game like this. The Seahawks really should be putting these guys away. Cleveland's winning 36-7 still. Joe Flacco has been sensational for the Browns since he joined. And now here's a 1st and 10. Here is to give it to Kenneth Walker. You're going to get at least 2 yards on that one. Oh, you can't watch it? Well, you have me, buddy. And I would put the game on, but I'll be flagged for copyright for sure if I do that. So don't bother. And now here is Geno again. And here is Geno with the pass. He's going to pass. He's going to get sacked. And what are you doing? Why are you just dicking around? This is why I wanted you to tank last year. Let's take a look and see how much time there really was. Could have at least dumped it to Kenneth Walker at least. And now you're at a 3rd and 14. You got to make a big pass. You can't just pass it. Or now it's down to the 2-minute warning. You can't just run it. Yeah, copyright would totally kill it. Geno Smith continues to prove why he's not the quarterback of the future. I wonder if there's going to be calls for Drew Lock in this game after this. That debate may be up to debate, but I'm saying that Drew Lock isn't any better. He got insanely lucky against a terrible secondary against the Eagles, so that's why I have my hesitations. Now we've got seven viewers right now. That was so bad that even high school football would turn him down. Well, that's not necessarily true because they already went through high school, so not sure what you're trying to go from there. I mean, that was a forcing joke, I would say. Showing electric toothbrush commercial. Like, the longer these commercials go, the more anxious I get about this game. Now we've got a 3rd and 14. 3rd and 14. Geno's got to get this big completion. Got 2 minutes left in this game. There's not really much time at all. And here's DK Metcalf going into the slot. Charbonnet is right next to him. 3rd and 14. He's got to do this. And here's Geno Smith. He's got some time. He's going to throw. And that is caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they are now in the 50. Let's keep it going. Go, go, go. And Jackson Smith. And there goes a flag. A flag. A flag. Defense, yes! Penalty obviously declined that. Let's keep it going. Let's prevent the Grinch job from the Titans. Let's keep it going, Shaddy. Let's go. 1st and 10. Minute 53 left. Geno Smith right at the 50. Just a yard away, getting into their own territory. And here's Smith. He's got some time. He's got plenty of time. He's going for the pass, and that is way incomplete. He lost it right at the last second. We're now at 2nd and 10. One rush, 6 passes, 25 yards. 2nd and 10. And here's Smith. He's going to pass. He's getting pressured, and he's going for the throw. And that is caught by Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be another 1st and 10. And we just keep moving the chains. Let's keep going. Go, 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 go. Minute 43 left. Tyler Lockett with the amazing catch. It looks like it's under review. Yeah, both feet were down. What do you got to review this for? They're showing that Travis Kelce vaccine commercial. You can get a COVID-19 shot and a flu shot at the same time. That's fantastic. That's just great. That's just fantastic. Cringe. They're showing the Golden Globes Award. Whoopee. Call stands. Under review. Too bad for you. And now here's a 1st and 10. They are now in the Titans territory. Cannot be guaranteed a field goal. You got to get a touchdown. And now here's Geno Smith. Got time to pass. And here is the throw. And that is caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba again. It's going to be at least 4 yards on that one. And the clock just continues to run. 2nd and 7. And now here's Smith. Here's the pass. And that is going to be complete to Tyler Lockett. Now he's stepping up in the second half. He's been catching pretty well compared to the first half. And now we got 1st and 10. Yep, let's go Seahawks. Let's keep making it happen. 1st and 10. Geno Smith passing again. And here is the big pass. And that is not going to be caught by Bobo. It was way too high. Terrible throw by Geno Smith. He threw it into double coverage. Anything lower, that would have been intercepted. It was a nice effort by Jake Bobo, though. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. 1 rush, 10 passes in this drive for 48 yards in 2 minutes so far. 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Got a minute 14 left. Charbonnet right next to him. Geno Smith looks like he's doing an audible. He's changing his mind a little bit. And looks like we might see a blitz. And here's Geno Smith. And now here is the pass. And that's going to be incomplete, but a pass interference. It looks like it's going to be against the Titans. And Hannah, nice of you to join this show. Here, Hannah, just for joining this show. This is for you. By the way, that was pass interference. Come on, let's go. It's going to be 17-13, a minute 9 left, but 3 timeouts for the Titans. So if I were the Seahawks, slow this down. Burn as much clock as you can. I would run the ball right now. Just run the ball. Do not pass this. And now here is Geno Smith. And now here is the handoff to Charbonnet. And that is going to be at least a few yards. He's still standing up. But that's going to be a stop right there. So that's going to be a 2nd and we're talking about a 2nd and goal. Let the clock keep running, but the Titans know that. So they're going to call a timeout. But that's good. You want them to burn the timeout anyway. Now they're talking about 60 minutes. I wonder one day if I'll get on 60 minutes someday. No, that's not going to happen. Not anytime soon. Geno will never live up to his dad's dime drop a Drew. Very funny. And now here's a 2nd and goal. Seahawks are in the red zone. Can they get this done? And here is a handoff to Charbonnet. Gets met immediately. It's going to be a 3rd down. Now you have absolutely no choice but to score a touchdown. You got to pass on this one, Geno Smith. You cannot let this up. If I did, I would break my phone. What are you talking about? Charbonnet was met immediately. Now you got to pass. Now you have 2 chances to get the touchdown. 3rd and goal. And I would think you're going to pass on this one. There's no reason to run the ball, especially at 3rd and goal. Not a chance. And now here's Smith. He's going for the pass, and here is the pass. And is that caught for the touchdown? That is caught for the touchdown! That is Cody Parkinson with the touchdown pass by Geno Smith, and the Seahawks have taken the lead! Woo! What a drive by Geno Smith. And now the Seahawks have the lead with 57 seconds left. The Titans only have 1 timeout left. Cody Parkinson with an amazing catch. And I'm pretty sure he did maintain possession. Geno Smith with a pass to Cody Parkinson. They're going to go for the PAT, and that is good. And we got less than 1 minute left in this game. Can the Seahawks complete this game, which would be very ideal? And that was arguably a holding and pass interference, too. How did not get called on that? We should have got at least a reset of downs, but we'll take a touchdown. What a pass by Geno Smith, I will say. What sounds fake? And the worst part is DK never got the ball once. So I'm pissed about that. Imagine Titans throwing a Hail Mary. Hey, you'd be surprised. No, it's 20-17, pal. I'm pretty sure it's 20-17. Yeah, it's 20-17. It says on my score right there. Come on, buddy. Look at that. Now you got to say the joke to yourself. And just for that, I'm going to give you this. All right. And now here is Jason Myers, and here is the kick. And that's going to be fair caught. If it was 21-17, that would have been really nice. Because now they could at least force, worst case scenario, hoping for the Titans themselves, is that they would force overtime. Tyler Lockett was heavily clutch in this game. All right, we got less than a minute left. It is now 57 seconds left. We're looking at a 1st and 10. Ryan Tannehill, he's got the ball with no running backs with him, and he's got so much time to pass, got all day. And no, not this time. He gets sacked, and the clock just continues to run. I wonder if, yep, they just called a timeout. So the Titans are now out of timeouts. They are in quite a bit of trouble, but the Seahawks defense have got to make sure that they don't give the Titans any bit of a chance. I mean, I don't have Tyler Lockett on my fantasy team. And also, I just want to give a shout out to the pizza boy, the Korean PD, for heavily contributing to this channel. He did a lot for me. He made sure that the donations happened. Only got $2, but hey, $2 is $2. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 14. 50 seconds left in this game. And now here's Tannehill. He's got some time to pass. He's breaking down, and here is the pass. And that is caught by number 85. And now, with the clock running, Tannehill's probably going to spike the ball or just keep playing. Seahawks have got to play deep on this, and they're going to spike the ball. So now, that's now a 2nd and 10. They're going to try to at least force the field goal so they can at least force overtime. Nick Folk, career-long 56-yard field goal. That was in 2010 versus Denver. Distance to the field goal, 24 yards. You cannot give 24 yards. Do not allow anything. And here's Tannehill. And now here's Tannehill going to pass. He's got all day. And here is the pass. And that's going to be caught by number 16. And now we're looking at a 1st down. He goes out of bounds. He stops the clock. That was Burks. Field goal attempt is very much possible. They have just crossed the 50. Fresh set of downs. I would think that they're going to give Nick Folk a chance anyway because you got nothing to lose. Got so much time on the clock with 29 seconds. You got to get a sack on this one to keep burning the clock. And now here's Tannehill. He's got, oh my God, he's got all day to, oh, and he gets sacked! Just like that right there. I thought he had so much time, but then Jones gets in there for the sack. Oh my gosh. And the clock still continues to run. And looks like they're going to be a Hail Mary attempt, maybe a lateral kind, and he still gets blown up right there. And the game is over. The game is over. The Seahawks are going to win this game. Woo! They are now 8-7. Vikings are 5-10. It was ugly, but they got away with it. All I can say is a win is a win, and Geno Smith pulled it out at the very end. What a win by Seattle. Oh, but still, I'm considering how ugly it is. I'm still going to give you this. So I'm going to give my review of this game, but give me about 30 seconds to like breathe, considering how crazy that game really was. So yeah, I'm going to give me a few. I'm going to give a post-game show really quick, and I'm going to post it on YouTube. Let me do this really quick.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And now I'm about to give my Seahawks post-game show in about 3, 2. Oh my God. What a game that was. Like, I really thought that the Seahawks weren't going to be able to pull this out, but they do. The Seattle Seahawks just defeated the Tennessee Titans 20-17. Now, before I even get into this, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification. Now let's get into it. So the game started with the Minnesota. Take two. Oh my God. I can't believe the Seahawks just pulled it out against the Tennessee Titans. I really thought they didn't have it at all. Like, I thought they didn't really have much of a chance, but it did happen. And thanks to that, Seahawks are now 8-7, while the Vikings also lost. So now the Seahawks have picked up a game on them. So they are now in better position for the playoffs. Now, before I get started, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. And now let's get into the video. So, wow, this game really started ugly. The Seahawks offense was just absolutely flat. Derrick Henry was just completely abusing that Seahawks defense. But somehow, some way, the Titans were held to just 10 points at the half, while the Seahawks only scored 6, if I'm correct. Yep, they only scored, no, not even 6. They only scored 3 in the first half to make it 10-3. And it looked like Geno Smith was just doing absolutely nothing. He couldn't read anything. He was getting sacked. He was just completely unaware. Yes, the offensive line was terrible throughout the game, but Geno just wasn't paying attention. And I just feel like he just needs to utilize his weapons better. But man, did Jackson Smith and Jigbo really step up? And which was really scary was he did suffer some kind of an injury, or he was at least shaken up when he nearly caught a touchdown pass in the first half, but luckily he's okay. Tyler Lockett struggled in the first half as well. But fortunately, DK Metcalf, he was somewhat keeping the offense in it with his big catches, which led to field goals. But finally, in the second half, the Seahawks did step up. They did score the touchdowns that they needed to the most. They would score 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. And I remember after that first touchdown, the Titans, they just kept driving the ball, and there was a play that they did challenge where the receiver didn't have 2 feet set within the field. He went out of bounds, but they still gave him a first down anyway. And then there was a defensive pass interference, and then there was also another flag where the Titans wide receiver, he provoked one of our Seahawks defense and he fell for the trap. He retaliated, and next thing you know, Derrick Henry scores, and the Seahawks, they were trailing, and then the final drive, Geno Smith just made some insane passes. There was one where he was sacked, and then he made some insane passes to Jackson Smith and Jigba and Tyler Lockett, and that eventually led to the end zone opportunities, thanks to also a defensive pass interference going against the Titans on DK Metcalf. And then eventually, Geno Smith made a really crazy pass over to Cody Parkinson for the touchdown. But it looked like, yes, they had the lead, but it looks like the Titans had every bit of opportunity to get in the field goal range to at least force overtime. But the Seahawks came up with a huge sack, which really just burned the clock. And eventually, the Seahawks won the game. So, whew, all I can say is, for the next 3 weeks for the Seahawks, it is still not going to be an easy road at all, because you still have the Steelers next week. And after that, you have the Cardinals to end it. So Seahawks still have a long ways to go. They just got to stay focused, because you don't want to underestimate the Steelers. Yes, they have terrible quarterback play, but also they're very resilient under a Mike Tomlin coach team. So the Seahawks going forward will have to step up, and Geno Smith will have to find ways to complete the drives, because if he's not completing drives now, and especially against the Titans, how is he going to be able to do that if the team makes the playoffs against the more quality teams? But other than that, Seahawks won the game. A win is a win. That's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching this post-game show. And if you did enjoy this post-game show, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification. And thanks for watching. So I'm about to take off. I got to cut this video, and I got to go off to church because it's Christmas Eve. En nombre de Padre, de Hijo, de Espíritu de Santo. Amen. Name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. I'm Catholic. Got a problem with it? Get out. Anyways, yes, to answer your question, Christine Calvert, it is a local business operating in the east side of Washington, King County, Bellevue, Sammamish, you name it, or wherever your house is in Washington State, at least, hopefully. But other than that, I think I'm going to end this show. Thank you very much for watching, and shout out to C Films. Shout out to Macaroni and Cheese for keeping all the audience engaged. I do expect him to be a huge part of this future, and hopefully, and yes, he is getting paid partially for the $2 that was given. So not only are you going to be helping me grow this channel, you're also going to help the future people that are going to be helping me build this channel. So once again, if you can, make that last donations. Everyone, have a fantastic day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, whatever you want to say. And thanks for watching. And this is Rooftop signing off.